What's up, you beautiful bastards? I'm not gonna lie, it's like 1:30 in the morning as I'm recording this. I should probably wait until the daytime, but I'm not gonna risk it. A lot of fucking construction around my house, so I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Real quick before we get started, I'm either assuming you've played Mirror's Edge yourself or you watch the VODs. You should watch the VODs. You'd be fucking cool if you did. I'm still gonna go over a brief summary of the whole game, but not as much detail as I used to go into. If you ever want to see what bucket list game I'm playing next, it'll be down in the description below. I'm always live on Twitch playing my bucket list of games. Check me out, Poppy. And one last thing before we get started. Holy shit. My first triple-digit video. Oh my god. Thank you guys so fucking much. 100 views is nutty. That's like an extremely large gangbang. I don't know. But given that no one around me knows about this channel except like maybe one or two people, that's all views from random people. I have no idea. Like, I have no idea who those like views are, except maybe two of them are me. It's really fucking crazy. I can't believe how much support I've been getting. Even this small amount is super surreal. You're not here for me to suck your dick virtually anyways. You're here for the review of my bucket list of games. And today on the chopping block is none other than Mirror's Edge. Fuck, I hated this game. I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm not gonna sugarcoat or beat around the bush. This game fucking... whew. But let's get started. When you first open a game, you're on a roof of some fucking kind, and you learn that your character, Faith, took a big old fall, so she needs to relearn how to do parkour to make sure all her legs are working. Some blonde lady runs you around a couple of rooftops, you pass with flying colors, and a guy in your ear named Merc tells you, alright, you gotta go do a drop-off mission. You notice while doing the drop-off mission that the cops are extra shooty. They're reaching for their guns very quickly. And if you're American like your boy, you already know what's up. There's no difference between them and normal American police officers. Jokes aside, the mission goes pretty smoothly and you manage to drop off the intel. You go back to HQ like nothing happened, except while you're sitting there browsing Pornhub, I assume your sister calls you with some kind of emergency. You tell Merc to do his job and then you run off to go see what's wrong. You go up to the building where she's at and she is with a dead politician. Otta girl, that's my type of woman. Cops, of course, swarm the building, and you immediately leave her for fucking dead. She tells you before she's arrested, go to see her boyfriend, and he'll help. Not she, fucking, I'm not fucking retaking. You meet her boyfriend, show her a piece of paper, show him, fucking Christ. The piece of paper says the word Icarus, and he's like, I literally have no idea, and then she's like, okay, whatever, you're no fucking help. Editor Aaron here. You meet up with your team this time. I don't remember why I thought you meet up with a boyfriend twice, but yeah. You decide to go and ask an old comrade named Jackknife. Eventually you figure out where he is, and he starts running away from you. It's a pretty fun chase, but near the end he decides to grab onto a pole to swing off of, and he fucking... it's a different level of fucking stupid, but I love it. You run over to check in on the newly made cripple, and he's surprisingly okay. Sure, whatever. I'm pretty sure I've been murdered by shorter falls in this game, but I guess. He tells you go talk to a guy named Ropeburn and you'll figure most of it out. You go tell your sister's police boyfriend. He tries to arrest you. You pull a Batman, you know, usual shit. You climb up to a tower where Ropeburn is and you go to ask him what the fuck is up. Apparently he must have seen you coming because he vibe checks you on the fucking stairs. You somehow overpower a man twice your size with a weapon. And you start hanging him off the edge of the building. As he starts spilling the beans, someone puts a bullet in his back. But in his final moments, he told you to go to the mall to meet up with his homeboy. Unsurprisingly, the person who put a bullet in him was pretty wise that he spilled the beans. So to the shock of no one except the main cast, it was a fucking trap. You escape the trap and you go and ask Jackknife where the next plot point is. I think that's what they said. This conversation's so fucking brain dead, I have no idea what words were exchanged.
But when I got there, guess who was waiting for me?
No idea, Faithy. I just go there for the pretzels.
Jackknife surprisingly has no more info other than Ropeburn. For some reason, you get the hunch to go investigate some security company. You go investigate and there's Project Icarus. I shit you not, the project is them teaching people how to parkour. Fucking nice. Fucking nice. What a big evil scheme that sure was. Forget how, but they somehow figure out Pope's killer is somewhere on a boat. You track Mr. Pope Killer, and you are introduced to a surprisingly fun boss fight. This is hands down the best segment in the game, and it highlights everything good about Mirror's Edge. I could seriously replay this fight over and over again. It was really fun. Anyways, you eventually get one over on the killer, and you figure out it's Mrs. Pope Killer. Oh, and surprise, surprise, the blonde bitch that you met like a total of 3 times backstabbed you. Supposed to be this big reveal, but you met her 3 fucking times. I don't know why you care. Police surround the boat, and obviously with just one single pistol, you beat an entire police force. Because Faith is just an unstoppable god in this game, and I'm all for it, I guess. As you're leaving the As you're leaving the boat, you find out that Kate was found guilty, so now you have to go bust her ass out of jail. You take up some sniper position at the top of a tower, you shoot out an engine, then you run downstairs and rescue Kate. You tell her, run to Merck's, I'll distract the cops. And by the time you're done outrunning the cops, you make it back to Merck's place and realize Kate has already been recaptured and Merck is now dead. With his final breaths, he tells you who took her. You head to the tower she's been taken to. Here she's about to be loaded onto a helicopter on the top of the tower. Fight your way up with the help of Kate's fucking boyfriend, who reveals most of the time you weren't even fighting cops, you were fighting security personnel, which totally justifies all the people you murdered, I guess. Upon making it to the top of the tower, you see Jackknife is the one loading your sister onto the helicopter. You ask him why he betrayed you, even though he was a dick to you the entire time, and I wouldn't really consider that betraying if he was never on your side to begin with, but whatever, who fucking cares? What's even dumber is why he's fucking doing it. He said in order to clean the city out of filth, out of runners, and out of people like Pope, he has to get rid of them, obviously. So by doing that, he pins Pope's murder on a cop. You can pull up his wiki if you don't. I'll actually have it on the screen right now. To clean out the city of runners and people like Pope. Pope's a politician that was dead, by the way. In order to clean the city, and I assume turn the people against the runners, he pins Pope's murder on a cop. I've read like 3 different websites, they all say about the same thing. So we're just going to go ahead and move forward to the next point before my brain fucking melts out my ears. Jackknife loads Kate onto the helicopter, and the helicopter backs away from the helipad about like 2-3 feet-ish. Your final boss fight is you vaulting over a sandbag, then sliding under a board, and then you jumping onto the helicopter. I wish this was a fucking joke. You kick Jackknife in the dick and send him flying off the helicopter, and while the helicopter's crashing, you save your sister from falling to her death. You pull your sister up from certain doom, and then you guys have the most 2010 ending ever. I'd like to mention, while this ending is going, there is definitely 2 security guards with LMGs standing behind you on the fucking helipad behind them. I don't know why they're doing this right now. This is like, they still need to run. And then that's it. The credits roll. Okay. There isn't really endgame content other than the race mode, but I'll have me playing the fucking race mode in the fucking background. I don't know. Let's get into what I disliked about the game first, which is a lot, but I'm gonna try to be fair. Let's start with something short and sweet that I usually always have a problem with. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's the dialogue. Oh my fucking god. Whoever wrote the script for this fucking game, it's just, what the fuck? I don't know if these writers are out of touch or if they didn't actually have a writing team and it was written by programmers. I don't know what the fuck happened with the writing, but oh my god. Shit was bad. I don't know how this game ever got a fucking sequel. There's so many loose ends, it's not even funny. Like, why did Jackknife betray you? Why did you even bother with Jackknife to begin with? Why did the blonde bitch betray you? Why did you not go after her? Why was there not anything done about her betraying you guys? What was the point of you chasing Pope's killer if you knew that she was just going to get tried super fast and thrown in jail anyways? What is the point of Jackknife's entire motivation? I'm still fucking in wonder of what the fuck his plan was. I don't know what made him think that plan was going to work, but okay. Why did they build up Project Icarus if they were just going to drop it like the very next mission? Why did they introduce Project Icarus enemies and have them appear twice? One when you first discover it, and the second in the beginning of the very next mission. You never deal with them ever again after that. What a fucking joke. Speaking of jokes, the fucking physics engine. I can't talk. For a game that really relies on its core mechanics and physics, it's fucking ridiculous that the game acts like the way it does when I do very basic shit that I'm supposed to do. I try to wall run, and there is a pipe that is protruding out even a millimeter. It will shoot me out in the opposite direction. That's some fucking Gary's Mod physics right there. There's times when the game has me jump from a way greater height and I'm just fine, and then there's like a really short distance and then I die to it. It doesn't make any sense at all. Ladders and pipes are a joke because if your character decides to look left as soon as you get on a ladder and or pipe, there's no way to slide down. Your character will also randomly dismantle stuff, like when you're trying to mantle over something or when you're trying to grab a ledge to save yourself, your character will sometimes just not grab the ledge or just drop for no fucking reason, and it was ridiculous. You will also lose momentum over the littlest things. If you turn like in a radius that's too short, or if you try to slide even though your only choice is to slide and you should keep your momentum through the slide. It's hard to put into words, but I remember my momentum dying over the most random shit. I would just randomly stop being at full speed because of something ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, that's another segue. I'm 2 for 2. Holy shit, let's go. Combat system. That shit is atrocious. That has no fucking right to be what it is. I and the Mary Mother of God is the combat system designed the way it is. First off, let's get this right, like right here, right now. Punching stuns you more than it stuns them, and I don't fucking know why. And pretty much every encounter comes down to you running up to someone with a gun, turning on your slow motion, and then waiting for them for the counter opening thing to happen. And then when you grab on the red, even though that's supposed to count as the counter, you still get fucking hit. So you have to sit there and get lucky with the guy with the gun. You have to hopefully counter him because sometimes it just won't go through, or sometimes you'll just hit it a millisecond early even though it looked like he was on the red. If you miss the counter, you're fucking dead because he's going to hit you, backswing you, and then dump a mag into you and you're dead. And that's assuming if his buddies aren't already shooting you. The game's advice to fight people is take one at a time, but they'll flood rooms with enemies. And even if you do somehow manage to get your hands on a gun, the gunplay is even fucking worse. The bloom is ridiculous. Fucking bullets will go wherever they want. A distance that has killed another guy will completely miss someone else. Bullet spread is random and it is fucking rough. You also can't see how many bullets are left in the chamber. And I'm pretty sure for every mission except the final mission, you can't pick up guns off the ground. So in order to get a gun, you have to counter someone and then you can kill the rest of the enemies. So here's how pretty much any type of combat goes in the game. First, you run up to a guy, turn on your slow-mo, counter him, which is a complete fucking 50-50 because sometimes even if you hit it on the red, it just doesn't register. After you counter him, you then have to turn around to start dodging a bunch of bullets because all of his buddies are now shooting at you. Get a medium or close distance away from them so your bullets won't miss. Shoot all of them unless your bullets run out, and then repeat from fucking step 1 until they are all dead. And it sucks, and it's not fun, and I don't enjoy it. It's just, I don't know why they did it like that. And I think it's really unfortunate that I played a game like Dying Light before I played a game like this, because it just makes me think, I don't know why they didn't do it like Dying Light. But this is the grandfather to Dying Light. This game's way older. So I think the wheel just really fucked me on this one, as I played a parkour game with great mechanics that make it feel seamless, to go to a game with really old mechanics that feel really janky. Let's go over what I liked about the game, which is, I'm not gonna lie to you, few and far between. Parkour, when it works, it is really fun. It is so fun to do parkour. The race mode is actually kind of enjoyable since if you already know the track up ahead. If you know what the track looks like already, it's really fun to run through it. Sucks that they focused on combat as much as they did because the parkour segments were really the highlight of the game. When you're chasing someone or when you're being chased by the Project Icarus people, it is such a good fucking time. It feels amazing. It feels seamless most of the time. Sometimes it was really rough, but I just disappointed that they focused more on the combat shit than they did on the actual parkour. Speaking of the level design and the fucking vibe of the game, how everything's white and red, shit like that. That's so cool. I loved it. It's what put this game on my bucket list originally, because back when I watched Leafy's Here play it over his commentary videos, yes, I watched Leafy, don't ride my ass about that, just looks so nice. Even for such an old game, it still really does hold up the test of time in terms of looks. The city looks great, beautiful. The white and red really clash so fucking well. It makes it look seamless and nice, and just, it makes it that much more bearable to play. And my last point is the music. The music is to die for. They had some amazing scores. The music really sets the tone, and music makes or breaks a game all the time. Bad music will make you unimmersed and uninterested with a game. If the score is great, no matter how janky the game is, you're still going to get immersed, because it's just, man. I thought the ending score was a little corny, like the ending song, but it's still a fucking banger, I can't even lie. If you don't want to play this game, you should definitely at least listen to the music, because the score is out of this fucking world. But I'm going to give it my rating, and then I'm going to wrap up the video. If I had to put this game on a tier list, it would be a D, maybe a C if it was like 2010, 2016. This game aged like milk. Maybe it was way better back in the day, but I just don't see it. The way I see it, there's no point in going back and playing this game, especially if there's better games like Dying Light out there. I don't know why you would spend $15 when you can spend an extra $5 more and buy a game like Dying Light, which is 1,000 times better of an experience. I've always looked forward to playing this game ever since I was a kid, because I never could afford it, and I always seen how fun it was from all the videos I watched. But compared to what we have today and just how it holds up in general, it didn't stand the test of time, which some of you might think is really unfair, but in just how it is right now, if I had to recommend someone to play it, I might recommend it to someone who is an older generation at best. But why would I make them waste their time with a game like this when, again, a game like Dying Light is 1,000 times better? It does everything better in so many ways. The combat system in this game makes Dying Light's combat system look like a fucking gift from God. And they were doing some ridiculous shit in Dying Light. They were blocking shit that wasn't even in their face yet. They were blocking shit that's hit their face like 2 minutes ago. I'd still prefer that than whatever the fuck this game dished out to me. I'd have to give this a 3-ish out of 10. I'll give it a 3.5, really. The race mode is fun, and like I said, the boat section was really fun too. Given that I paid I felt like $15 for this game, that's how much I cashed out. It's just not worth it. $15 for something I can get from another game, and I know I'm driving that point home. But the point is, if the only enjoyable part of the game is the fucking racing part and the one boss fight, then it's more of a tech demo than it is a game. It's essentially what trail mix is. You just kind of dodge all the fucking nuts and eat the M&Ms. Like, what's the point? Just buy M&Ms. That's pretty much everything I have to say about Mirror's Edge. Again, this was all recorded live on my Twitch. Come by, stop by. You'd be a fucking cutie if you did that, you beautiful bastards. Again, thank you 1,000 for the BioShock video hitting 100 views. That's my first triple-digit video. That feels fucking awesome. You guys are great. Other than that, I have nothing much else to say. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.